Good day. We had a chance to review one of the videos that spoke about providing positive and constructive feedback to guide students' learning. And this is really appropriate since my group wasn't available. I said, let me pull someone who's in college who is going to start a teaching job in 2 or 3 days, an after school teaching job, and we'll be working in the public schools. So I had my son to look at the videos, and he said that it was very helpful. So to summarize what we have seen in this video, which is all about giving constructive, careful, useful feedback so that students will have information that they can build upon, so that they can increase their learning, so that they can have overall success. And with that information that we give, we can direct students so that they can make adjustments if they are on the wrong track, and they'll be able to realize success. So there are 4 statutes or features as far as delivering effective feedback. First one is effective feedback must be goal directed. It has to have an end result as the end point. The second feature of effective feedback is it must be constructive. It must be so that students can build upon that information and it's useful so that they can make improvements and realize, like I said, the goal is for effective learning. Number 3, feedback should be immediate. A lot of times, students will get feedback and it's 2 weeks after, something has been done, and they'll be like, well, when did I do this? Or no, as soon as possible, students need to receive that information so that they can make adjustments. So if that's verbal, if it's written, if it's gestural with a nod, yeah, what have you, giving that information is helpful for students real time. And the 4th feature of effective feedback is that it's respectful and positive. So I'm going to throw this to my son and see, my colleague, and see what were his takeaways as far as the summary of this excellent video. What spoke to you the most out of those 4 features of effective feedback?
Respectful and positive, because I think once that is mastered, then the other 3 will be they'll be implemented, like regardless. Like if you're giving feedback that's respectful, then you know that you have to respect the time, like the time frame. Like, okay, like it won't really be that helpful or positive if it's like, if I'm waiting until, if I'm waiting this amount of time, then it won't even have an effect. It'll just be neutral. It won't be positive. Positive, not just meaning like nice and kind, but positive meaning like going upward. And because if it takes too long, then it can just be like neutral and it won't really make a difference. Or if it's not respectful, then it'll be negative. And constructive, positivity and being constructive are kind of hand in hand. And goal directed, I just feel like you have to have it goal directed. But the one that spoke to me most was being respectful and positive with the feedback.
Excellent. And we know that it is important for students to have that type of information so that they can grow and go to higher levels at every time. And we have to scaffold their existing knowledge so that they can reach those milestones. So thank you so much. Other closing thoughts as far as this video is that I noticed in some of the scenarios, it was excellent how some of the teachers prompted the students and they really looked in their eyes. One of the last teachers reminded a student of calm body, right? a calm body. She was able to give direct physical, now in a pandemic, we can't do that, the touchies, but she was very warm. It was a way also to, in a high school setting, I saw a teacher who addressed misconceptions, as far as when he was talking about the compounds and the chemistry and how the mixtures, how he was saying ketchup and soil were not compounds. And I said, don't you remember the classes, right? But he gave that immediate feedback, but he was very positive with it. And he was very engaging, it was very energetic, and students were connected to the learning. So again, it has to be linked to goals to inform the goals so that students will know where to fill in the gaps. And we are to help them toward being able to take that feedback and build upon the information so that they can realize overall success. And I think that might be it. Thank you for listening, and have a good time providing feedback for your students.